tell me a little about your experience with COVID. Do you know anybody who's had it or anything like that?
I lost a number of friends just back to back. Every time the phone will call, it's either someone ill or someone being rushed to the hospital or someone dying from COVID.
Me, my mother, and my two sisters, we all had COVID.
My dad had it and he passed away from it.
Me and my family got it all together. We were very sick. It was me, my mom, and my cousins and my aunt.
I had COVID. I'm not sure how I contracted COVID. The first day after finding out that I tested positive for COVID, I was fine. And a couple of days later, it just hit me and I just became really sick.
Well, I had major headaches. My mother had like pains, like fever. My sister, she had it the worst.
My mom had it the worst. She was very sick. She was in bed for several days, probably like 7 or 8, with really high fever. We were really scared because she couldn't move at all. She was just in really a lot of pain.
I was at home in bed, coughing, ran a fever, although I was taking medications, just kind of having just a rough time, body aches. And there were days, days ran into nights, and I just kind of lost track of time.
Everyone kept saying their opinions on it, and it made me choose, like, oh, I don't want to get it.
I thought I was going to get sick.
I was nervous at first, but once I got the vaccine, everything was fine. I didn't feel anything wrong. Just felt how I always felt.
I was nervous at first because I did hear some rumors about it, but I recently went to a congress it's called the Congress of Future Medical Leaders, where they discussed about the vaccine. Actually, the person that made the vaccine was there and talked about it, and I felt a little bit more comfortable, and I was like, this is the right choice to make, to get the vaccine.
I thought it was gonna make me sick and stuff because people tell me it was gonna make me sick.
We've always been taught to hold certain things in suspect. You know, going back to the Tuskegee experiment and other things where people in power and government and medicine have experimented on people, and they've done this throughout history, and we weren't sure if this was another ploy to push some hidden agenda.
The only thing that I did know was I was 100% certain that I was not getting a vaccine and I was not getting that shot. If anybody would have asked me, I would have said hell no. I've argued with my parents. I've even told my boss that I wasn't gonna get it. But throughout the course of time, I began to change.
So I know if I get it again, it won't be as terrible as it was.
It's a possible way for me, like, not to get it worse, because they said that if you had it a second time, that you could probably pass away and it will like destroy your lungs. So this is a way to prevent that.
I've read more about it, and to me it's just like a regular flu shot because I just kept reading about it. I was spending time with my auntie. She gave me more reasons on why I should get it. And then she finally had her baby, and it made me think, like, what if she got it because of me? I don't want that to happen. And I was like, yeah, I should definitely get this.
After talking to people who survived the condition and thinking about the people that were lost to the condition and what could have saved them was a shot, and doing my research, talking to friends who are physicians, doing additional research, talking to people who have taken the shot and what they've experienced, I decided it was the best thing to do.
So I could feel safe again.
To keep the people around me safe and myself safe.
I started realizing the bigger picture, how I live with my grandfather, and he's very old and fragile at the moment. So the least thing that I want is to not have him get COVID for me.
I got a call. One of my best friends, his name was Sekou Smith. He was nationally known. He was one of the key analysts for NBA TV. I got word that my friend Sekou had died from COVID-19. I cried like a baby in my office. And at that moment, I decided that I would take my precautionary measures because I knew my friend would want me to do that.
I've been vaccinated my whole life. Chicken pox, mumps, measles, rubella. I've gotten a vaccine. And when the vaccine was being developed for COVID, I knew it would happen. And I was just waiting for the day that it would become available. And I was ready to sign up the moment that it happened. This virus, it's real, it's serious, and it's deadly. And this vaccine, it can help you, it can save lives. Without it, you can die and you can potentially cause other deaths.
If you're not concerned about yourself, just be concerned about others who you may be in contact with. And also, if something happens to you, what happens to your mom? What happens to your dad? What happens to your brother and sister? How would they feel? And to prevent that situation, all you have to do is just take one shot and relieve the fear, relieve the anxiety, and it keeps you here and it keeps you safe.
Let's get safe.
Just get it. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna, you might feel a little side effect or something, but it's better to have it.
There's nothing wrong of getting the vaccine of something that's scary. Of course, I understand they're scared, but if they don't want to get sick themselves or possibly remain dying from it, it would be good to get the vaccine so you protect yourself and anybody else that you care about.
This pandemic has been really hard for all of us. Many of us have lost many relatives, and I think this is the opportunity to save more lives. If you have a grandma, a grandpa, a mom, if you get it, there's possibilities you can pass away. And this is just an opportunity to save more lives. And I think we should take it. We should think for not only for ourselves, but for the people that are around us.